Welcome back, guys. In the previous video we learned how to build a website using HTML, and in this video we are going to learn about CSS, where we add styles to our HTML pages. My name still remains Yoshiodei, and let's get started. So once again, let's take a look at what CSS is. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and it's a design language used for simplifying the process of making web pages appear nice and presentable. With CSS, you can manipulate the color of text, the style of fonts, the spacing between paragraphs, add images to your website, as well as a variety of other effects. Though CSS is easy to learn and understand, it's still a powerful tool that is normally used with HTML to control the look and feel of web pages. Now, this is how CSS is structured. It has a selector which it uses to target the HTML it wants to style. Then you write your declaration or rules inside a curly brace. These rules are there to tell the web page how you want to style a particular element. You get to understand them more once we start styling our elements. But before we start, let's look at how to add CSS to HTML. There are three main ways, which is the inline, the internal, and the external styles. Okay, so now I've created a file and it's over here, intro to CSS. And inside it, there's an HTML file also called intro to CSS. So now let me open this with Notepad. And I've already written my HTML code. It's a simple one with a header with a title, intro to CSS, and a body with a paragraph, introduction to CSS. So with this, we'll be learning how to add CSS to this HTML file with the three main ways. Okay, so let me just increase this so that you guys can see better. So for the first one, let's look at the inline style. With the inline style, you write the CSS directly inside the opening tag. So with this, you write style. You bring the style attribute equal to, then opening and closing quotation marks. Then inside it, you write your rule or your declaration. So with this, I like to make the background red. So with that, we can do background color. Then you bring a colon and you specify the color, so in this case red. Okay, so now let's save this and see what we have. Okay, so now this is what we have. So these are HTML paragraph text with the CSS or the styling applied to it, which is the red background. Okay, so to make it clearer to see, let's make the text color white. So let's see how to do that as well. I like to line them side by side so that we can see it easily. Okay, so now the background color is red, and to this let's add the color property. The color property is used to change the color of the text, so we can make this white. So if you save this, now we have the text color to be white. Okay, so that's the first way, and this is the inline style. Now let's look at the internal styling. So with the internal styling, let's add another element inside here. You add another P element. Then inside this, You could write anything, maybe internal styling. Internal styling example. Okay. So with the internal styling, you need to go to the head tag, inside the head tag. And inside the head tag, you bring another tag, which is the style tag. So that's where you specify your inline styles. I mean your internal style, sorry. Okay, so the same way, you target the element you are trying to style, which is this p tag. Then you write your declaration or your rules inside. So p, then I bring my curly brace like this. Then inside it, I write my style. So with this, I also change the background. Color. For this, I'll make it a blue background. Then I'll make the text white as well. So color white. So let's save and see what we get. Okay. So for this is taking the internal styling, and I specified that to have a background of blue and a color of white. So the color is the color of the text. So that's white and the background is blue. So if you look at the first two ways and select the last one, which is the external styling. Okay. So for the external styling, you need to have an external CSS file, which will be linked to the main HTML file. So first of all, let's create the external CSS file. So let's close this. Then we are back in our folder where we have our HTML file. And inside here, we create another file. So a text document. And with this you write. Okay, let's just change the name of the entire document to my styles. .css. So my styles or my styles .css. If you don't save it like this, it wouldn't recognize it as a CSS file. So remember to save it with the extension .css. So once you are done, right click and open with Notepad, sorry. So let me look for my Notepad and open it with Notepad. So okay, so I have a CSS file opened, and inside there I do the same thing as I did in the internal styling. So I'll have my p tag as my selector, then with a curly brace, and inside the curly brace I write my rule. So the rule will be background color, then the color will be, this time I'll make it green. Then I'll make the color of the text maybe purple. Okay, so now I save this. Ctrl S to save. And now let's go back to our file. So now we open our HTML file. Okay, our HTML file is over here. So with the HTML file, you go inside the head tag again, then you link it to the external CSS. So let's come down like this, and right below the title tag, let's bring a link tag, and this is self-closing, so we do it like this to close the opening tag. Then inside this, you write REL, that's the relationship, which is a style sheet, because the file we are importing is a style sheet, so the value for the REL or the rel should be style sheet. Then href, so inside the href attribute, you specify the location of the file. So the file is inside the same folder, and the name of our file was this, my styles.css. So you need to get the exact name. So let me just do it like this and copy this whole thing so that I don't make a mistake. Alright, so let me go back and open my file. Okay, so now that we've got our name, I'll just copy. I've copied, so I'll just paste it here. And let's bring another p tag. And type external styling. Right? And close this. For now, let me disable, or let me just take out this internal styling for the meantime, and let's see what we get. So let me take this out as well. Now we save and we refresh. Okay, so now we have our green background and our text color purple. Yeah, so this is from our external style sheet. That's this. So these are external style sheet, and it's taking the values from this external style sheet. Okay. Okay, so now we are done with how to add CSS to our HTML file. Okay, so in our next video, we look at how to select a particular HTML element and style them.